Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. For today's video, we're going to be building this colonial Spanish inspired Nectar's farm. It's not a big farm. It's mostly just a place where it's probably a family owned business where they live with their kid, and they are a very exclusive. They don't have a lot of farming space per se. So yeah, I think they probably are just a very small exclusive sort of a nectar maker. We're building this on the lot that's called a Grapevine Terrace in the world of Chestnut Ridge. As per usual, I already did the exterior as I normally do with my Let's Build, but anyways, we are going to get started on the inside of our build. All right, I think we are going to get started with our entryway, and then this is going to be our kitchen. For this build, I actually used a lot of the items and things from the Jungle Adventure Pack, but I also used a lot of the Horse Ranch Pack, of course. But I think first off, we need a rug for this entryway, and I'm going to be using the one from the Cats and Dogs pack in this yellow shade, and I'm just going to place that right here, size that down a little bit and place that here. And then I also want to give them a shoe rack and a coat rack, so let me go ahead and pull those out, and I'm going to be placing both of those right here. I'm going to change the color of this one. Yeah, we'll use this one. I like this one because I had like the boots and stuff on it, but that is good. Next, we can start moving into more of the kitchen area. I'm going to be using the cabinets that came with the Horse Ranch pack. I think that we are going to go with, yeah, we're going to go with this dark shade. I had to get a little creative with the layout of this kitchen, so I'm going to lay out the cabinets first. So this is going to be like a little cabinet space. And then the cabinets are also going to continue over to this side. So this is where our sink is going to be. That's counter space. Sorry, my remote's still acting up. My husband, he nicely looked at it to see if it was the remote itself, but we're not sure if it's the remote itself or like EA's system is funky, because I also noticed like the buttons and whatnot are also not working. So I do apologize, but I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. So because trying to build and stuff when your remote's not working, it's not really a vibe. It's kind of annoying, yo. Anyways, that is our cabinets, and then we're gonna be using the appliances that came with the Jungle Adventure pack. If I can find it, this one. And I think I'm gonna use this. Where's the copper? This one. It's like this kind of taupey coppery shade, and then I'm also going to use the matching fridge, which is going to be this one. It's the classic modern fridge, and we're going to place that here. For the sink, I'm just going to use this base game one. It's kind of got like an older vintagey vibe, and I'm going to try and find the shade that's kind of sort of matches with our sink, our appliances, excuse me. We might go with that one. It's kind of bronzy looking. We're gonna pick out our cabinets that go above on the wall, and we're gonna use the matching ones, of course. So let me see. I'm gonna place a regular one here. Let me grab our left facing one. I'm not sure what to call that. Left end piece. I need to learn these. We're gonna use the half tile one here, and I'm gonna leave over the stove exposed. And then we're going to place a corner one here. I don't know why I chose that word. That was apparently the word that my brain decided made sense. We're going to use another half tile one here over the sink. And then we're going to use a right end piece here. For over here, and this is just like an extra storage space, we are going to use, I forget what it's called. Oops, that's the wrong item. Oh, hold on. All right, we're going to use the double tile one here, and then I think I'm just going to place a full tile, or just a tile one here. Let me adjust the height of these so that's not sitting all weird. I'm just going to go ahead and grab our trash can. We're, of course, going to be using the barrel one, as that fits quite well in this build, and I'm just going to be placing this here. I just ended up with this funky space, here. I don't know why, I just felt like adding some cool rustic details, so I had to get a little creative with the layout of our kitchen. But anyways, next I think I'm just gonna pick out a couple little bits and bobs and whatnot and place them in our kitchen, and then I'll show you what I ended up picking out at the end. Alright, so this is what I ended up picking out. I used this pots and pan holder from the Horse Ranch pack. I gave them some paper towels, spice rack, this Horse Ranch pack, utensils holder. Over here by the sink, I just gave them a little dish rack so they can wash the dishes and put them there to dry. And then I just gave them a coffee pot and a bread box. So that is it for our kitchen. So I think that next up we can move on to our living room area. This is quite a big space, so I wanted to make sure that we were using as much of the space as possible just to try and avoid it feeling empty. I want to give them a piano, and we're of course going to be using the Horse Ranch Pack one. And I'm going to be placing that right here against this wall next to our back patio doorway. I'm just going to pick out a couple little bits and bobs to put on top of our piano since we're working on that right now. And I think I'm going to use one of the pots that came with the Horse Ranch pack. I think I used this milk jug one, honestly. And then I think I'm going to give them a picture frame, like a little trinket box perhaps. All right, this is what I ended up picking out. I used this plant from the Horse Ranch pack. This little box, I sized it down once and used the tool to move it up and place it up here. And then I also sized up this picture of a base game picture of an apple and placed it there just so that it's not empty. All right, so next up we can pick out our sofas and chairs. I saw rugs, we'll do rug first, sorry about that. And we're going to be using the Horse Ranch pack one. We're using a lot of Horse Ranch pack. All right, we're going to be using this one in the red shade, and I'm trying to center that with that light. And then for the sofas, we're also going to be using the Horse Ranch pack ones along with the matching chairs. So I'm going to place our sofa right about here, and then we're going to be using the matching chairs as well. I'm going to place one on the corner and one right about there. And then let me see if I can remember which coffee table we used. It honestly might have been the Horse Ranch pack one. All right, that's not quite centered. No, that is. I forgot, I used this base game clock, and I also was supposed to put it in the kitchen. So, but I also put it in the over our piano. So let me fix that real quick. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. It's the Brazen Time Wall clock. I'm just gonna place that really quick. All right, I fixed that. Okay, so I have a couple other little plants and stuff while we're here. So I'm gonna grab those. We're gonna put some cactuses over there by that door. That door's gonna lead to our master bedroom, but we'll do that probably after we do the dining room. Let me find them. I believe there were base game cactuses. I think this was one of them. We're gonna stick to the terracotta. I want to have lots of, I did not mean to put that through the door, but we'll fix that in a minute. Yeah, I wanted to stick to lots of, we'll give them a little palm tree too. This is not a palm tree, whatever this is. I wanted to add lots of fun colors and whatnot, just to keep it looking interesting, bright and colorful. I think that'll work. We'll jujube in the corner a little bit more. And I'm gonna use another cats and dogs, the half rug, and put that in front of the door. We're gonna use the woven way in this like reddish shade, and I'm gonna size that up once and try and fit that against the door the best I can. There we go. All right, now we can move on to, I'm going to figure out, there was like something I placed here. Maybe like a little tray or something would be nice. We're gonna use the Happy Wildflowers and place that here. Okay, and now we are going to be putting a fireplace, and I think we're gonna use that new base game one. Let me get rid of this Horse Ranch pack. We're gonna take a break from Horse Ranch pack stuff. Yeah, I think we're gonna use the new base game one because I've been itching to try and use it. Let's see, I think we'll use this shade, and I'm gonna try and line that up. And I also want to put a fireplace, not a fireplace, excuse me, a bookcase here. Let me see if I can figure out which one I used. All right, I don't think this is the one that I originally used, but this is just the one we're gonna use for now because I forgot to take a picture of which one I used. So that's my bad, you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna pick out a plant also because I failed to get a good picture of this area. Yeah, I'll finish a build completely and then I will go and take photos and whatnot so that I can remember what I used, but I messed up and I did not get around to taking a picture of this specific angle. We're gonna use this plant from the Laundry Day pack, the very potted plant. And we're gonna stick to this barrel shade, brown barrel shade. I'm gonna try and tuck that into the corner there as much as I can. And then I'm gonna pull out, they have like a werewolf pack wood and a fireplace cleaning set. So let me get those. All right, I just placed those right here next to the plant. And then I'm also going to use that cool little tapestry that came with the horse ranch pack. And I think I'm gonna use this one with the orange horse. We are gonna use this again in the dining room if I remember correctly. And I'm gonna put a TV up on the wall above our fireplace. We're gonna use this one. And let me try, I don't want it to be too high because we don't want our Sims to hurt their necks trying to watch TV. It's not centered. All right, that should work for now. And I'm gonna give them, they have another little chair here by the fire. We're gonna use the sturdy stool that came with horse ranch pack, and I'm gonna use this green shade, just add a little pop of green, give us a little break from all the red and stuff. All right, to further help decorate the room and make it feel a little less empty, I'm going to give them a holly table there by the window, and we're going to use the horse ranch pack one. I honestly like the stuff that came with the horse ranch pack. It's sometimes a challenge to not use it quite so much in my builds. That's why I've been trying to do different kinds of builds so that all my videos don't end up looking the same. We're also going to give them a picture, and yes, you guessed it, I'm using the horse ranch pack one. Let's see, we'll give them a nice picture of a canyon, this one. That looks nice. And I'm gonna give them a little pot just to help fill up on top of that table. That's pretty. And I think I'm gonna use base game curtains. We're gonna use the partition curtains, and we're gonna use this sort of olivey green shade. We're gonna use this in a couple places in the build, but I'll go ahead and place these. All right, and then to finish up in this corner, I'm gonna be placing that tree that I always end up using. It's from the Jungle Adventure pack. This one is a lonely potted plant. I quite like this one. I use it a lot in all my builds. And I'm gonna place that there in a corner just so it's not so empty. Make sure it's not hitting into the wall. No, it's not. And I'm gonna give them a lamp, and I think I forgot a couple little bits and bobs, so I'm gonna pull those out and I'll show you what we ended up with at the end. All right, that is it for the living room. I just gave them a magazine holder, this base game light, just for a little pop of gold. I'm gonna turn this plant off actually, because that's not cute. That looks a little bit cuter. There we go. All right, so next up, I think that we are going to go in here and do our dining room. All right, first step in the dining room, I'm just gonna copy and paste the same fireplace over here. For over the fireplace, I'm gonna be using that cow skull that came with horse ranch pack, and we're gonna be placing that over the mantle, just like that. I'm gonna be also using that tapestry that we did in the living room, but I'm gonna be using this darker shade and place that there. I'm gonna go and grab the fireplace poker and whatnot and just copy and paste it from the living room, so give me 1 second. Just like that. And then I'm also going to be giving them this same little thing. I figured this is a nice spot for them to sit while they're cleaning the fireplace. That's essentially what I'm using it for. I'm also going to be giving them, I think it's the same little storage box thing that I used on top of the fireplace, but I'm going to leave it at the side that it actually is. And I'm going to place that over here. And I'm gonna put a plant on top of that box. We're gonna do this one again, and I'm going to use the dark brown pot instead, and I'm just gonna, just mod it so it goes over that. Make sure it's not really floating. Is it floating? This is the struggles of being a console player, you guys. This is the struggle of being a console player. So if you're ever like, I'm questioning why her build is like that or whatever, I'm trying my best, you guys. I do eventually want to switch over to doing computer, but unfortunately that means that I have to rebuy all my packs. And I am working on starting my own business, but I just don't currently have income at the moment. And I cannot justify spending all of my money on rebuying these packs when I already have a bunch of them on console. So until I get around to starting to make money from either making videos or from business, my new little business, I'm just gonna be playing on here. So yeah, if you want to help out, I actually do have a coffee account. It's always linked underneath my videos and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I mean, I guess it kind of sets me out from other people, but definitely I think my builds would probably be a little bit better and my videos would be better quality if I played on the computer, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to remember which, I think I used this one. Did I use this one? I'm trying to remember which rug I used in here. I think it was this one. Or was it this one? Hold on. We're gonna use this one. I kind of like the yellow. And we're also gonna be using the table set that came with Horse Ranch Pack. Sometimes I feel like it's a little lazy for me just to be using like so much Horse Ranch Pack stuff, but it just fits the vibe so well, so I'm not fighting against it. You know, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. They did a good job, honestly. I liked how they did it. I'm gonna pull this table out a little bit. There we go, so the light's centered. Let me see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be using that same hallway table over here, so it's not empty. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it over. And I'm gonna pick out a mirror to put over there. And I believe it's a base game mirror. It's really cool. I don't think I've used it before in a build, but I like it because it kind of looks like it's kind of got a bit of a nautical vibe, but I also think it's this one. It's not base game, it's the wicker work oval mirror, but it could look like nautical or like westerny. So I thought that it would be a good thing to put over here. So yeah, we're gonna put that there, and then I'm gonna be using the same curtains in our dining room as we did in the living room, just to help break up a lot of red. We have a lot of, I wanted this build to be very colorful, but sometimes you want to break from the red and the wood. So we're gonna do little pops of green. I love green. All right, we're missing something here. Let me pull out a picture for that. We're gonna use the antique patent posters, just because, why not? Little gallery moment, doesn't hurt nobody. All right, I didn't mean to place you there, and that's also the wrong color. A little scoot you over just a little bit more. Yeah, I just don't want to leave this like open. Okay, so that is our dining room done, I think. Let's see, what room do I want to do next? I looked at it. Okay, we can do our nectar making room next, I guess. This one's pretty easy. Let me get our nectar making table out first. I think it's hobbies and skills. It is indeed. We're going to give them just one of them, and I'm going to tuck it here in this corner. And then next to that, we're going to be using the sink from the Horse Ranch Pack. And I believe we are also going to be using this inside the bathrooms later. I'm going to give them this barrelwood solid state storage chest and put that underneath this window here. Sorry, let me change the angle so you guys can see better what I'm doing. There we go. And then I'm going to be giving them a table there, so that I imagine that this is the table where they actually will go and bottle up the nectar after they're done making it. We're not using Horse Ranch Pack. We're going to be using a base game table, I believe. We're actually going to be using this one. It's from the Get Together pack, and we're going to use this brownie red shade. Actually, you're too close to the door. We'll put you about halfway there. All right, and then I'm gonna put some little shelves on the wall above our table, just so that they have, I don't know, some more storage. I don't know. I was just trying to fill up the wall space so it wasn't quite so empty. Let me see if I can find the shelves that I used. I think it was these ones, the rustic wall shelf. I'm just gonna place two, just like one about there and one about there. Like so, like that. And then I'm gonna give them like a rug and some nectar making things, and that'll finish up this room for us. Okie dokie, so that finishes up, okay, this is actually facing the wrong way, haha. All right, that finishes up this nectar making room. So I just used this rug that came from the Laundry Day pack, and these items also came from the Horse Ranch pack. And yeah, so I guess since we did that room, we will do this room. And maybe we'll go downstairs and do the actual like nectar aging room, since that's kind of the next one anyways. All right, I'm looking at the rug that we're going to be using. It's the werewolf path one, so let me go ahead and grab that. We're going to be using this one. It's the Lunix Loom flagship rug, and we're going to use this shade. All right, we're going to be putting a table there, and so that's why I'm kind of centering it that way. And I'm looking at the table. I believe it's the table that came with cats and dogs. I wanted something that looked a little bit rustic-y looking. Like, okay, hello. Sorry, my remote acts funny sometimes when I'm scrolling. Yeah, I liked it because it kind of looks like it was made perhaps out of a upcycled barrel. And we're gonna place that there. And I want to use those cow chairs that came with the horse wrench pack. I think it's kind of fun. So I'm gonna place one there and place one there. And then I'm going to be putting a plant, a old nectar making, I forget what it's called, juicer? I don't know. You'll see what I mean. Let me just grab them and then I'll show you what I mean. It's the antique nectar press. All right, I wasn't that far off. Sorry guys, sometimes I just forget words. I'm going to put this, I just ended up with this funky space and I wanted to put something there. And to finish off, I'm going to be putting the nectar bar thing here, not from the horse wrench pack. We're gonna use this one. I think it's fancy. So I think just to explain like my thought process of this build, as I said in the beginning, this is a smaller, more exclusive nectar farm. So they don't make a lot. They probably sell it to like more exclusive, fancy restaurants. So this is the room where they would take clients and whatnot to have them taste test the wine. This is where they where they taste test the nectar. This is where they like bottle it and where people come to get deliveries. That's why I gave them this door here. And then downstairs is where they age the wine. So now we can go downstairs. So as you can see, I used this brick from the werewolf pack and I used these brick archways. And we're actually going to be putting the nectar stations, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, there in that opening. And I did play test this. It does, your Sims are still able to get in there and get them. But let me grab our nectar stations, if I can find them. Sorry, I second guessed myself and I was like, it's not in the bar section. It is. So there are two ways that I thought about doing this. Originally, I just placed them here and then I'll just stack them up. I think I do want to add another here because otherwise you end up with this awkward empty space. So yeah, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna grab this same table that we used upstairs and bring that downstairs. And I'm just gonna give them a couple of like tables, not tables, but like chairs down here and some other little nectar storage things. I'll place those and then I'll show you what we ended up with at the end. All right, I just placed 2 chairs, some extra nectar storage stuff. There's not too much. I mean, of course, this stuff is not actually functional. This is the only thing that's actually functional down here, so I wanted to keep it easy peasy. So yeah, your Sims should have plenty of space. Do I want to give them a rug? Maybe we'll give them a rug. Hold on. We're going to use this base game one. I just want to give them something down here. But yeah, this is how I'm going to leave it. I might change this out actually later, but we're going to move back upstairs and I think we can do we'll do the office real quick. So this is going to be our office, but if you wanted to, you could also turn this into like a nursery. I only really made space for like 1 kid, but if you wanted to have another kid, you'd of course do that. This is a really quick room. I actually left this picture here by accident, but that's okay. We're going to use the desk that came with the horse branch pack. Here we go. And put that up against the wall. Maybe not that dark of a shade. We have something just slightly lighter. All right, we'll do this one. And then we're going to use a dining chair and we're going to use the other horse ranch pack one. This guy. Try to pick a shade that matches it. And then I'm just going to pick a computer, like a more modern-ish computer, but not too modern. I don't know. I'm not meaning for this to be a historical build. We're just going to go with this one. I just want it to be nice enough quality for them to have a space where they can talk to clients and whatnot, but nothing like too fancy. I don't know why. For the rug, we are going to be using this one from the laundry day pack just to help fill in this space. It's a small space, but I still want it to feel occupied and not so empty. I think, no, that's too small. Hold on, I'm gonna have to MacGyver this in. Well, not into the wall though. I think that works. Yeah, that'll work. I think that's it for this. I just kept this really quick and easy. I think now we'll hop over to this hallway. This hallway is very quick and easy also. It's just ended up being just big enough that it bothered me that it was empty. So I'm just gonna give them a rug and some plants, honestly. I'm gonna use the Fruit of the Loom rug in this really pretty red and multicolored shade. Be sure it's not cutting into that wall though. Let me move you over just a little bit, please. And then I'm gonna use the Cottage Living plant just to help fill in that little corner we have there. Yeah, this plant that I pretty much use in every single build. I'm gonna try and tuck you in just like that. And yeah, I think that's it for this little area. Yeah. So I think we're gonna move on to doing the kids' room. And for the kids' room, it's very easy peasy. We're gonna be using the desk and bed combo that came with the Horse Ranch pack. It is this one, and we're going to put it in that corner. We're not gonna use that shade though. I already did pick out the wall decorations, as you can see, just because it was, sometimes it's a pain in the butt trying to place things on the wall, honestly, especially in a video when I'm trying to do everything quickly and in a way that's not taking forever. So I just left them up there. I'm also gonna give them that cute little kid rug that came with Horse Ranch pack. I think it's so cute. It has like little sheep on it. It's so adorable. And then I'm also going to be giving them the Country Classic Barn Dollhouse just here. And then I'm going to give them the toy chest, the one that looks kind of older looking. I didn't mean for this to be like a historical build, but I don't know. I just like this one, honestly. I don't know what's going on with this tree. Hopefully it doesn't do that for you, but yeah, I think there's something wrong with the game or something. I've been noticing some glitching and whatnot. I'm just gonna use this Blarify bear. I just wanted to give them something right here, but it's kind of a bit of an older kid, so I didn't want to give them something too toddler-ish. And I think I'm going to use the same curtain. I might change these curtains out later, but I forgot to take good reference pictures because my husband was here and I was kind of talking and chatting with him, and I wanted to quickly record this video before he came back home. So yeah, that is going to be it for the kids' room. Next, we will do the master bedroom, and then we will do the bathrooms. For the master bedroom, we are going to be using the bed that came with the cats and dogs pack. It's a 4-poster bed. We're going to use this one, the Cozy Crafter bed, and I want to use this shade. No, it's not that one actually. We're going to use this one. I like the quilt. It's very bright and colorful, and that's a big part of what I wanted for this build. Let me grab the curtains. We're doing this one again. Yeah, I was very lazy with picking the curtains for this build, apparently. I also forgot the curtains for the other rooms as well, so I'll have to go and do that after we finish this, because I don't want to keep forgetting them. All right, so that's good. And then I'm going to be grabbing the nightstands for next to our beds. We're going to use the Horse Ranch pack ones, and we're going to use, I believe, this shade. I'm trying to pick out one that matches that wood enough. It is a different pack, so sometimes that can be tricky. I think, yeah, I think we're going to stick with this one. Just keep it easy. And I'm going to place you about there. You cut into that curtain, but I'm just going to ignore it. And then, hold on, actually, no, this bed is like cutting into that wall. All right, let me fix this real quick. All right, I fixed it. It's a little bit off, but this way at least it's not cutting into the curtain so much. There we go. I have to be careful because yeah, my remote's been acting strange. But anyways, we're gonna grab some lamps and we're gonna use the Horse Ranch pack ones just to help add some extra light to this bedroom. And then I'm gonna pick out, we're gonna use 2 rugs because I kind of like stacking rugs sometimes. It helps add a more rustic feel to it. We're not using the Horse Ranch Pack ones. We are gonna be using, I believe it came from the laundry day or it was base game, but let me find those rugs. All right, we're using this one. It's from the Contemporary Carpet. I'm gonna use this slightly reddish shade and we're gonna put that right about here. And then we're gonna use this base game one in, I believe it's this one. No, we're gonna use this one. It's a darker shade. And that's gonna go more around where our bed is. I'm gonna give them the Horse Ranch Pack wardrobe and mirror, and then we will move on to doing our bathrooms. So I think we will do the master bathroom together. So I already picked out where the sink is going to be. I use these base game wall lamps just to help illuminate the space. And yeah, we're gonna use this Horse Ranch Pack one. Use the shade. And place that in between those 2 lights. And we're gonna be using the mirror that came with the Get Together pack, this one. And we're gonna use it in this kind of goldy shade to help try and match the faucet. Next to that, we are going to be giving them a shower in this bathroom. The shower is gonna go over here. We're gonna use the Horse Ranch Pack one. All right, we're gonna have the shower and I'm gonna place this here. I was trying to figure out where I placed it. And then we're gonna be placing a cabinet. I think I used it in the, I used it recently. I don't remember which build it was. Maybe it was the micro bakery, but it's this one. It came with the odds and ends table. I've just been feeling this cabinet lately. And we're gonna place it here underneath this window, and then we're gonna be using this old looking antique toilet. This one, it's the old time antique toilet. And I'm gonna place it in the corner here, and I'll give them like toilet paper and stuff in just a second. To finish this off, I'm going to be giving them the bathroom cabinet that came with Horse Ranch Pack. And I'm gonna place that just over here over by the sink. And then I'm just gonna give them a couple little bits and bobs, and then we will move on to the other bathroom. All right, so this is what I ended up doing. I gave them some bathroom products, this curtain, and some towels to dry themselves off after their shower. Next up, to finish our build, we are just going to go and do the other bathroom together. All right, so for this bathroom, a lot of it's kind of the same. We're going to be using that same sink, same toilet, and whatnot, but instead we are going to be giving them a bathtub, just so that if you do want to have a younger kid, you can change the stuff to have a younger kid. The world is your oyster, whatever you want to do. So there we go. And then we are going to be giving them the same towel rack I gave them in the adults room bathroom. I'm gonna put that here up against this wall, just like that. Let me give them that same shade that we used in the other bathroom. There we go. And then I'm gonna be giving them that same little bathroom storage thing. All right, final touch. We're gonna be putting in our toilet just right here next to the sink. This is honestly the only place I could think to put it. And that is gonna be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on my future videos. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.